All right, what's up, y'all? Let's go ahead and end this night with WineGlass, right? Okay, so if you don't know, WineGlass has been she said that she's about to start her t-shirt business where she's doing quotes on t-shirts and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and get into the cost of everything right now. I did put a poll up. Is it still up? Okay, yeah. Will you be purchasing a custom made shirt from WineGlass for $30, y'all? 87% said hell no, and 12% said of course. I'm sorry, I'll admit I was the one who said of course. It was me. But I'm not gonna buy it. I just put that up there just to put it. Um, hey Drea, hey Cindy, yes, round 3. What's up, Nisha again? Hey Imani. Hey Pretty, yep, we back. Charlene, what's up, Diva? Now, now who lying? Ain't no way someone is buying a white trash shirt. Hey Nikki, yeah, we back, Diamond. Yes, thank you, Pretty. Make sure you guys hit that like. WineGlass makes me want to kick out my TV screen. So yeah, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started with WineGlass, man, and these shirts. We're gonna take a look at Hey Tanisha. Oh no, oh no, no, no. That was fast. It was fast. Yep. Let me see. Look at her. WineGlass is funny.
I did it. So I'm doing Malaysia laundry. This is mine because Malaysia's is some pink. So I'm doing her laundry. This is her new clothes. If you guys didn't see the last vlog, I'm gonna be putting those
What we saw it
too. So what we having tonight is what is it? Alfredo and salmon. My kids do not eat salmon, and my kids do not eat any type of fish. So they're just gonna have a regular Alfredo, which is okay with me. So that's what we're gonna do. And I gotta clean up my kitchen a little bit. So
ain't Alfredo.
I'm along with us.
Okay.
So today I'm feeling very excited and motivated to just constantly keep going. But y'all,
I'm done with you, Cindy. Not you thought it was Leah.
I be trying to stay motivated so I can keep going. Sometimes it be rough, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. All I think about is my kids, and I just keep going. And y'all, literally, that's what's keep me going is my children. And I always tell myself I'm never gonna do my laundry like this again. So I'm trying my best, y'all. Even though I say this, I be trying my best. All you can do is try and try and try again. I got my heat press. Period. And I'm gonna start putting my stuff on my shirts, y'all. All right, y'all. So it's the next day or 2 days later. I finally got my heat press, and I'm fit to try my first shirt. And I'm gonna show y'all exactly. Now I get to tell y'all exactly what it is.
Hey, Bank.
And show y'all. So let me try to do this. Hopefully my baby won't be all in the way. I think I'm gonna do it on the floor right here and just have him blocked off a little bit. So yeah. Okay, y'all. So how I'm gonna do my shirts is these are my shirts. These are not for sale, but I'm just going to put this up here. I did buy a couple hang shirts. So and these are in medium. So I'm gonna try to do this. We'll see. I'm scared, y'all. So I plugged it up, and then it says, I believe this is a heat. It's a heat transfer paper. I'm assuming, but I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna press this on. Stop. Okay, so the temp needs to be for cotton. All right, y'all. So this is the transfer that I'm gonna do on my t-shirt. And first, I'm going to, this is my first transfer I ever did. So first, I'm going to get the moisture out I believe you're supposed to get the moisture out of it and you just let it sit for 15 seconds. I do have a heat pad at the bottom, so I won't burn my head in there. So you're gonna take this and you're gonna put it on this way. You don't put it on.
I can't even hear what the fuck you're saying.
And then I'm gonna take my paper, my wax paper, and put it on here. But this is my first time heat pressing. I'm so scared. I'm going to take my heat press. This is my first time. And then I'm going to
hold on. See, I was about to go ahead and go on Google to see if I could go ahead and find those same designs somewhere. Cause I'm like, girl, ain't no way. Like WineGlass act like she done fucking drew it all out and then, had whoever add the details and shit on there for her or whatnot. Banks said I found those exact designs on Etsy. Shaking my head. So much for originality. Hey, Miss Veronica, man, I could find the same shirt at Rainbows for $4.99. Yes, you can. And City Trends.
Down here, put weight on there, and then do it for 15 seconds, y'all. So with this, I didn't like the t-shirts that I did buy. So I went out and got some different ones. So y'all going to see me put them on some different colored shirts. I got black shirts and I want to see if it's going to look cute on black shirts. I don't know why, but I just did not like the feel to these shirts for some reason. I don't think it all went through. Oh my God, it went off. It's off when it's heat. Period. I did it, y'all. I'm gonna let it cool for a little bit. And then I'm gonna show y'all the finish. Like, period.
Now I'm gonna be honest. I like what is this? I like the graphics of the shirt, like the girls in with the shirt. I don't like it actually on the shirt. So I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't put them on the shirt, but I think just that part's cute, but I still wouldn't buy the shirt. There's one of her shirts that I would purchase, but I'm not paying no fucking $30 for it. I'll let y'all know when she shows it.
Period. And it says, "Be real, not perfect." Good motivation t-shirt, inspiring t-shirt, uplifting t-shirt. So I have another one. It says, I am the hustle. And I have another one. It says a leader, which I love. Look how beautiful she is. And then I have another one that says believe in yourself. So we're gonna do that one first.
Not cat hair gonna come with the shirt.
Didn't really put that one on the back side. See, First time, you are. Okay, my lovely people. So, what I am going to do is I'm just going to heat press these. So, let me talk about how much these shirts is going to cost. I am selling these t-shirts for $30 because the design itself costs $9 just to get, and then the t-shirts are 10, and I have to have a profit. I can't do it for free, and I have to ship it. So, they will be for $30, okay? And I'm not ready to sell them yet. I want to make sure I have the right materials, the feel of it. I do not want my t-shirts to be hard. That's how I felt like these came. When I brought them, they was kind of hard, y'all, and I did not like that. And I don't want to sell them if they're not soft. Okay. If you guys like long t-shirts, let me know. I like the short ones. All right, y'all. So this is how the shirt came out looking. It looks so cute. Believe in yourself. This is what it says. And I got other designs in there. And yeah, y'all, I am selling these t-shirts. And I'm going to have the link. I'm going to do like a pre-order and stuff for everybody so they can get theirs if you guys want it. I have this design. I'm so happy I made it. I keep feeling
Right, Kiera. Yeah, this look good on like a screensaver. Yes, yes. Like I like the you know the graphics of it, but I just don't like it on a shirt. Nobody's buying no shirts directly from her for no $30. That's insane. It's crazy to even think that. Like somebody will actually buy this from you for $30.
don't belong to nobody else but me. But let me show y'all. So I gotta pick up the kids in a minute, but it's this one, Be a Leader. I mean, it's a leader shirt. And this one is Setting Goals and Crushing It. This is my logo, y'all. It says We Hold Black Gold.
So this is the one I was talking about. This is the only one that I would buy since it's a small little thing up at the top corner and it's mentioning black people period. But I would never pay $30 for that. Sorry, if it ain't $5, bitch, I'm not getting it.
And I'm gonna get a bigger design to go on it. These I'm gonna be wearing these
Not
this
roaches
week.
and
And
crumbs.
then this one is my favorite, but I messed up because I put it on the backside. But this one says Be Real and Not Perfect. I love these. Let me see the other one. This one is I'm a hustler. Hustle. So, and then I have a blank t-shirt
I'm a hustler.
and then I have these. So let me know in the comment section below if you guys
Okay.
will rock these t-shirts. I'm thinking about changing the like I don't like how form fitting it is on the side. I'm a loose type girl. So I don't know if I like this form fitting. Um, so we'll see. I might change the t-shirts, but right now this is what we're rocking. So yeah, I will let y'all know
Wow.
when the pre-orders come.
Mm.
Let me know if you guys like these designs below, and let me know if you guys will purchase these. I have to go pick up my kids real quick, and I'll be right back. Y'all, it's the next day. Look how I look. I'm gonna
Oh
go fix
Lord.
my hair. But it's the next day, and I gotta really wash my hair. Like, it's getting bad. So it's the next day, y'all. And Nayori don't have school today, so he's
Yep,
here
Mr.
home with
Wire.
us.
That's exactly where her taxes went. I remember Jasmine. Yep, Jasmine did have a heat press from a company. She sold that shit. Yep, and Jasmine got her sponsor wine glass. Well, how come you couldn't look for one?
I got €5 cash.
Okay. Let me show you what RJ did this morning. He didn't even pick up his mess. He had yogurt and stuff over here. He didn't even pick up
I
his
That's the
mess.
Burlington special.
Oh, it'd be hard to keep my house clean. You got ADHD kids.
Here
Like,
we go.
come on. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep. I'm still irritated. I don't know. I told Barry this morning, I said I woke up feeling agitated and maybe I need some more sleep. I did have a rough night last night. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if I was high. I don't know if I was getting slept on. I don't know. So I'm finna go to sleep. My t-shirt designs, I'm thinking about putting them
Hey,
on a black
Shavana.
shirt instead. Like I love this right here. I'm thinking about putting it on a black shirt instead of a white shirt and do the shirts like these. You see how these are? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about. And then another thing, y'all, too, is I got a room. I got to be clean. My room is back bad how it was before, so I'm gonna do a video on that. And then I will see y'all. I'll see y'all on different vlog, y'all. Love y'all. Let's see more of these videos. Binge watch all my.
All right, so let's get down to the comments, cause baby, let's see what the people got to say. Hold on. The first comment that I see, they said nice workstation, the floor. Okay, someone said you asked our opinions of the shirts and if we wear them. No, I wouldn't wear them. The graphics appear cheap and remind me of something that I would see in the store Rainbow, Sheen, or Temu, but for a fraction of the cost. Also, the graphics you use don't belong to you. They are the creative work of someone else, sold to you for use. That's just my opinion, but others may like the design. $30 price likely won't go over well because shirts like these are already plentiful and mass produced for less. Oop. Let me see. Let me see. Somebody said I got secondhand embarrassment. I think black shirts would be a nice touch. Love your actual logo. That is pretty clever. You need to purchase work table for a t-shirt business. Nice design. I think you should do kids shirts, especially for boys. Also, make sure you wash the shirt to make sure the design isn't easy to come off because $30 is pushing it. Yes. Now, you know what? Actually, kids' shirts will probably do better for Wine Glass when she has these type of logos. Maybe get like, boy, black men or black boys with some type of message on the side. Maybe a kid's shirts would probably do better for her than adult shirts. Because I don't see too many adults walking around with this type of shirt on, to be honest. Maybe, I don't know, probably they'll wear it as sleeping wear to go to bed to sleep or something, or work or something, but I don't see people just walking around at the mall or going for a stroll wherever, just and go and wearing this. I'm sorry, no. Wine glass and chill, just my opinion, I wouldn't pay $30 for those t-shirts. Looks too cheap. Perfect teaching moment for Nayori. Are you going to be selling them at any vendor events? If I were you, I would look into it. More exposure and more income. I'm rooting for you, Diamond. I'm really proud of you for taking that step. What did you do custom? Um, let me see. Let me see. Nope, not buying a shirt that was custom made on the floor with just a press mat patch, and you're doing this on your dirty floor. Nope. I am fucking done. It's always the comments for me. You have to keep pushing. Don't listen to anybody because I see in your comments you have a lot of negative people. Black people don't like to stick together, but you have to remember, keep pushing and don't look back. Listen, let me tell you something, Karen. What, like the fuck? She asked for people's opinions on whether they would purchase the $30 shirts and how they like it. This is what the people are doing. They're not negative. They're people's opinions. If you feel that is negative, then bitch, you're negative. Sorry, but it is. Stop mentioning race in everything. The fuck, just because we're all black doesn't mean we all need to not give our honest opinion to other black people. I mean, come on now, the fuck. Um, her audience is black women, and giving feedback isn't negative. She asks. She actually should listen to the comments since she wants us to buy them. Even bigger companies have review teams. Yeah, but some of these people are just flat out mean as fuck for no reason. I'm not feeling that shit at all. Everything she does is a negative comment. She is trying to give her. She is trying to. She is trying. Give her some grace. We all humans at the end of the day, and none of us is perfect. This is also a great mother. Some people are struggling way worse with one kid. Um, some people are just looking out for her because maybe she heard wrong about the design. The graphic isn't exclusive to her. It's a few YouTube channels who have them. Etsy shops, Sheen, Timu. One of the ladies is Asian on YouTube and offers them. Maybe she didn't know that. I don't think Wineglass knew, and Wineglass didn't do her research. Wineglass did not read, anything. So, girl, $30. The shirts look cheap and juvenile. I prefer quotes on shirts and not AI graphics. Won't be buying. um, Nika will wear. Yeah, Nika will wear these shirts down. She love her graphic shirt. Oh yes, buy a rash for $30. I'm sorry. I consider who's about to wear a shirt the baddest on earth. Man, it's crazy. Her husband wrote that. DeAndrea is her real name, I believe. Hell no, not DeAndrea. Hmm. So what is Diamond her middle name? I love the shirt, but you should add something else to them other than just the design you have. I don't know what else she could add to them. I don't know. That design, I don't know. I think she should just move the line to kids shirts, just like another comment suggested. Even she really honestly didn't look right wearing the shirt either. So I don't know. I don't know. Mm-mm. Sorry, Diamond. It's a hard no.
Just labor and delivery.
I mean, I could see about like two people buying a shirt, 2 to 5 people purchasing shirts from her just to show support and to give her that hope. But I don't know. She better hurry to get the shirts out now while people still got their fucking taxes. At least, so I mean, maybe you would get some shirts when people's taxes are getting gone. They're not about to be buying no $30 damn shirt. Absolutely not. This is the fourth time I heard that girl name is not actually her name. I'll buy a shirt if she make me one that say Esme Lamonte. I'm done.
um going me admitted him to what is that? A behavioral health hospital. Is it called hospital? But where I'm at, it's called Rogers. Let me see what Rogers. I think Rogers is a mental institution. That's
Oh,
what it is. Okay. So
what she
let's start from the beginning, but I am gonna read these comments that I got, and I think it's a lot. It's very different. Like
was
I'm
not
gonna
Veronica.
explain to y'all
Definitely not.
in detail and read these comments and tell y'all what's going on. So this girl, I really think these are fake pages. Like I block people and they make new pages, but
She blocked
it's no
people.
face. So it's a different person. You don't even I don't it's nobody, okay? It says ADHD is not a push under the rug in the Black community. Many kids and adults are diagnosed and take medicine. Others have taken the historic route.
If you don't get the fuck up out of here. What the hell? Rewind that back. What did you say?
taking the taking the historic
Holistic? Say what now? She said, "Girl, shut up. Shut up. Where was the T in that word?" I read that comment too. Holistic? Now she said historic. Oh Lord Jesus. Now I would have let it slip if you would have got something else wrong, but not you adding letters in it.
route in combination their symptoms and struggles. I'm not sure where you're getting your opinion from about the Black community, but you are heavily mistaken, and that's
Mm-hmm.
wrong.
Yep.
And so she didn't comment again. She said the doctor diagnosed RJ as having a processing disorder, or do you think he does? RJ presents as perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm only going off what I see in the video. However, I don't see any developmental or cognitive or other delays in RJ. So let me say this. You don't know my son because you barely see him, because I don't even think he likes to be on camera just like his daddy. You don't know my son. You don't know the struggles I went through when he was younger. So for you to even comment something like that and say that, oh, the black community is not pushing this underneath the rug. Yes, they are. As we grew up, we are told not to take these medications because we're not supposed to be crazy. Why? Because in
Who? Where you getting this from? Like, I swear to God, Wineglass be watching something to where, because I seen this somewhere as well, and I think she just going with what the stigma is as far as black people, about pushing mental health under the rug, or and that was long ago when we didn't really have that many resources for the black community. Wine glass, stop living in the past and focus on right now. All right.
slaves, we supposed to act strong. We're not supposed to have no weakness, right? And we're carrying the slave mentality as of right now. So this is why I say this. Yes, in our black community, it is a struggle. My mom, Bay's mom, well, my mom, she's okay with it, but Bay's mom, my daddy, they don't believe in taking medicine. And this is everywhere. And it's just not my community, it's everywhere. Because even
Okay, and what generation are they from, Wineglass? You said your daddy and your that dude's mom. What generation are they from? They're from that generation to where they didn't believe in taking medicines, and they didn't believe in their children being diagnosed with stuff. They're from that generation. This is a whole new generation right now, Wineglass, and to where everybody's getting their kids checked out. A whole bunch of I'm sorry, but there is a whole bunch of people getting their kids checked out. A lot of people's kids got they're autistic, ADHD, a whole bunch of things. Kids in IEP classes. So this is something new. I mean, this is a whole new generation. Stop speaking about the old shit and let's keep it real and talk about the new shit.
even my my sister, her baby has ADHD, and her mom and my daddy, they did not want him to take medicine. It was like, oh, he's fine. But they give him medicine now because they know how he is. So let's go back in the day with RJ. When I had RJ, I was a young teen mom. I had my baby. I didn't know what came with it. RJ, when he was first born, he was gorgeous, handsome, everything. And so when I had him, he used to cry all the time. My baby used to be up all night, and I didn't know why he used to get up at night. I'm thinking like, this is normal. I didn't have no sleep, so I'm going through my baby blues. I'm crying and stuff like that. So as RJ got older, he was still crying. RJ cried so much. Like when he went to Head Start for his first year, he cried all day. And the reason why he was crying was because of the transitions. So basically, when I put him on the bus, he will cry. He will cry the whole bus ride, and the bus ride could be 30 minutes, and he's crying the whole time. Then once he settled down, probably just a tad bit, he started crying when he gets off the bus. So his teacher, I remember her name was Miss Linda. She told me that he cried so much. I thought my baby was doing good because I never got no phone calls. She told me that every transition he used to cry. She said, I don't know if it's because he's still tired, I didn't know either, but he used to cry all the time at home
That's
too.
what I was
Like,
thinking,
I
Shonda.
didn't know, like, I'm just a young parent. This is my only child. Well, I had Malaysia. She was a baby and she was a good baby, but I'm being young. I don't know. So he cried most of his he was in K3 and then he went to K4 with the same teacher and he cried. They said that as the year went on, he started crying less. But she said she wished she would have recorded like the time of him crying to see how less he was crying. Like every transition, when I tell y'all, when it's time for him to eat, he will cry. When it's time for
Jason
him to
Mika,
go, he's crying. When it's time for him to go outside, he's crying. When it's time for him to come
right,
back in,
Diamond.
he's crying. When it's time for him to do playtime, he's crying. When it's time for him to go to the carpet, he's crying. So I'm not knowing. I'm just thinking. She told me too, because I'm still a young parent. I didn't know about putting your kids to bed on time. And I don't know what time he was going to bed because I don't remember him going to bed late.
The upper tree.
But she did tell me try to make him go to sleep at 8:30. Maybe he's just tired. That didn't help. It still was going on. And so afterwards, we all got used to it. I'm thinking like he's just gonna grow out of it. She did say it was a maturity thing. Maybe he's just gonna grow out of it. So I was like, okay. She even warned me, was like, I don't know how he's going to function in a regular school when it comes down to kindergarten because they have more kids. They're not going to have more of attention that we can give him here than at a regular school. So Head Start don't go to kindergarten. So she did tell me that, but I wasn't thinking because I'm still young. I'm like, they'll figure it out, this and that. So I did know like somewhat that he had ADHD because my brother has ADHD and my brother used to cry like that too, like just cry all the time. And so I was just like, I think he got ADHD. And RJ was the type of baby that never was still. He always running around, doing stuff that he ain't supposed to.
Well, hello. If he's a young, he's a toddler. Ain't that what they do? I'm confused. Like now, she trying to diagnose him at what 2, 3 years old.
Do just doing stuff, and I didn't think like ADHD is like affecting everything. Like I'm just thinking at that time, I'm like, I knew my baby got ADHD because he's hyper, but I didn't know that it affects so much in a life. It did, like having ADHD is a learning curve. Like I'm still learning, but back then I'm thinking it's just hyper. So she did tell me to take him to a therapist. So to see why is he crying and see what is the reason. So I end up taking him to a therapist before I even put him on medicine. He was like, before he went to kindergarten, I took him to a therapist out here.
Was he even talking? Like, huh? Taking him to a therapist.
Here where I'm at. And
Okay.
they told me that my baby was having anxiety attack. And I was just looking at him like, what? Hell no, he's too young to have anxiety. I even called his daddy. I was like, Bae, they said RJ having anxiety attacks. And Bae was like, no, he too young because, they already having anxiety himself. He like, my baby ain't got what I got. He's too young. We still young.
Oh
We
my
young
God.
parents. So we don't know. So
I'm
then I'm
done,
like,
Diamond.
well, do he got
You got games
ADHD?
on
That was
your
like, yes,
phone.
it comes with anxiety. Like, I don't know what was going on, but he was having an
That's
anxiety
to
attack.
11.
Like his brain could not process him doing transitions. Like it was very hard for him to do transitions. So they said the reason why he was crying like that is because it was anxiety. He was having an anxiety attack. And I did not know, like y'all, like it still blows my mind today because I'm just thinking like my baby just crying too much. He a crybaby. You know how you have boys, they just fucking crybabies? No, they were saying the reason why he kept crying in every transition is because he was having an anxiety attack. And it explains because of the things he had now. So I'm like, it's coming together. So when kindergarten gets here, his teacher called me before even conference, was like, we need to have a talk ASAP. And I'm like, okay. So I go in there and I'm like, okay. She was like, RJ has been off the chain. He does not sit when they sit in a group, he does not sit in a group. I even asked, let me rewind. I even asked his Head Start teacher, Miss Linda, I said, do my baby have ADHD? She told me she couldn't give me a diagnosis.
Yeah, is she a doctor? I'm confused. Why are you going to ask the teacher that? Why, this girl, I
couldn't
cannot.
say yes or no because they are not trained for that. Basically,
Hey,
she
Mia.
couldn't give me an answer, so I just played off of it like she told me he can grow out of it. So I just played it like, oh, he's gonna eventually grow out of this, right? So when
Oh, shit.
when his teacher called me when he was in
Antoinette, she
kindergarten,
talking
I
the whole
already
way
knew
through.
what's up because I knew my baby, I knows my kids, and I do anything. Like I will fight some, I would do anything to get my kids the help they need. Period. So when she called me, I come in there
It's her.
and she was just like, RJ, he's spitting, he's biting, he's kicking, he's not sitting in the carpet, he's off the chain, he's walking out the classroom. All of this, I'm like, what? He doing this? I'm finna, in my mind, I'm like, I'm finna whoop him because this is how we were taught. We are taught to whoop our kids when they doing stuff like that, not thinking that this is part of the anxiety and this is part of the ADHD. Me, because I'm young, I'm thinking ADHD is just hyperness. So even the teacher was like, she told me, she said, I feel like he does have ADHD, like, and it's affecting his learning. So I'm like, okay. So when it comes down to his doctor told me to
Oh,
wait another year because the teacher was like, um it's only so much they can do because he didn't have a
I'm done.
504 plan then. He didn't even have an IEP then. They was giving RJ naps when he was in kindergarten because they feel like if he did not have a nap, he will cry all day. And they said it is part of maturity. And I feel like that was just part of his anxiety. So they was doing special things like um they would take his recess from him. They will let him sleep on the cot. Even though they're learning, they will let him sleep because they know if they wake him up, he becomes a crybaby monster. Like he just get up and he just start crying and he just this and that. So fast forward to second grade, this is when we get him medicine. So his teacher, I was just like, okay, let's wait till second grade. Maybe he does grow out of this. Maybe it's maturity. Girl, his teacher called me not even 2 weeks into school,
Hey,
was like,
boyfriend.
hey, we need to talk. You need to come in school. So she told me, like, I need you to tell your doctor to send the forms because he have ADHD and now he's behind. And he cannot sit in the carpet. He cannot function. He cannot focus. He cannot do none of this. And I was just like, yeah, I told RJ, because this is what she was
Right,
telling me when
bank.
she was sitting down, was like, he cannot function, this and that. He's blurting stuff out, and that's part of it too. He was blurting stuff out. He was fighting other kids. He was just doing a lot. You would never think like, oh, that RJ, what? No, that's because he's medicated now. If he's not medicated, that little boy becomes out again. Okay. So, um, so we get the paper. No. I'm at the conference and I'm just like, well, RJ, because I'm still young. I said, RJ should know how to respect you and he should know how to follow directions. I know he got ADHD, but he should know how to be respectful and follow your directions and this and that. And she told me, she was like, she just stopped. And I'm just looking like, what? She was just like,
So she's saying everything to lead up to what she's about to go ahead and tell us, and so that I guess she can soften the blow. Because at the beginning, she talked about trying to send RJ to some type of mental institute or something like that. So, and then she read the comment about the person saying that she doesn't really see anything wrong with RJ. So, I mean, I guess she's trying to give us a history lesson on RJ to, for us to be like, oh, okay, so now we see what you're doing. Well, we see RJ now. So, I mean, he's not that kid who's spitting and all that other type of shit like he was when he was in what, kindergarten.
how can he follow directions when he can't even sit down to grasp what I'm talking about? Y'all almost fell out. She said, how can he honestly
Yep, she did realize.
be a kid that does good things when he cannot even grasp what I'm saying or pay attention to what I'm saying for him to execute that? And I just stopped and I just looked at her. She was like, this is all part of ADHD. So I don't expect him to do that. I just want the best for him. This is what the teacher said. And I just looked at her like, yeah, that's true. So we get the paperwork going and we get the medicine going for him. So, and I think this is around the time shutdown happened. And I was going through my own depression, my own anxiety, my own whatever, ADHD. I didn't even know I had ADHD back then. My house was a complete mess. Everything was everything. So, yeah. So when I called his doctor because they had him on Vyvanse and they had him on liquid guanfacine because he could not swallow pills at that time. They had him on Vyvanse, the chewables, and they had him on liquid guanfacine. And I kept telling them like the mornings was rough. So I had to
She talking about RJ.
really like, y'all must don't understand why I had to
Hey,
quit my
Blast.
busing job is because I had to quit my busing job because he was late going to school. And Bay only could do so much with him in the morning. When RJ doesn't have his medicine, he's a turtle. Like he sits there. Well, it ain't even sitting there because he can be busy, but he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. And then when it's time for him to go to school, he's going super slow. So they used to
Well, that's every child in the fucking morning. It's early in the morning. People don't want to be up early in the morning. WineGlass. That's damn near everybody in the morning. That's why you get up at a certain time to where you can take your time and go slow if you need to. Not getting up 30 minutes before you have to be out the damn door and rushing and shit.
walk him to the bus and he'll miss the bus because RJ going super slow. So I quit my job, y'all, for that reason. And I told everybody, like, I quit my job because I want my baby to go to school on time. So around the time that's when shutdown happened, right? So that's when I quit my job within that
Oh,
time
shut up. No, you
period.
didn't.
So, and that's when I had the townhouse. So after that, I called a doctor, was like, because I was giving him guanfacine in the morning. I think I was giving him guanfacine because you can medicate like every few hours because the medicine does tend to have a drop effect. And I told the doctor, because I wasn't even organized
That's what
myself,
everybody
like
say,
I'm
bro.
way more organized now. So I told the doctor, was like, hey, can you put my baby on some medicine that he only could take one time a day because I cannot keep up with the medicine? They put him on a medicine that I don't know. I don't know what it was. I think it's on the Vyvanse side. I don't know what type of medicine. I think it started with flow. I don't know. But they put him on the medicine. So I'm thinking everything is normal. My baby wasn't going to sleep in his bed. He had his own room and he wasn't going to sleep in his bed. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, I don't know what's going on.
Where we at? She need to hurry up.
Um, he'll wake up in the middle of the night like, I'm seeing spiders. So I'm like, no, no, no. I don't know, I'm telling the doctor like he's waking up saying that he's seeing spiders. And I don't know if it's the truth because RJ has a thing of lying and he still does. But I believe that
Hey,
comes
Marilyn.
with the thinking and just what is that just being repulsive, like not really thinking, just lying. So I'm thinking he's lying, but I don't know for sure because he always wanted to sleep with me. Remember, my baby was like, it had to been 7, so he should be sleeping in his bed, right?
That's what
So
she think, Mia.
I let him sleep in my bed. He was cool. And then he went back to his bed and he started waking up. I'm seeing spiders. And I'm like having a panic attack because I'm like, oh my God, is my baby psychotic? Like he was just like, it's a spider crawling on me, it's spider on the wall. I said, stop, RJ, stop doing that. Wake up, wake up. And so I'm just like, I don't know, like y'all, in that moment, it's just I never even talked about this. Like we went through it, and I don't think we ever bring this back up. Like this is my first time bringing it back up to y'all. But just period. Me and Bay don't even talk about this. But I go in the room to Bay because he was like he be waking up when you sleep. He just be hopping up, just saying he seeing stuff. So I'm telling Bay like, do you think my baby is what is that psychotic? Like, do you think he's going through psychotic? Like, what's going on? You think my baby is really psychotic? Like,
So we're not going to think maybe it's the medicine because he haven't been doing this before. So the medicine that you're giving him is not an option. So he must be psychotic.
I don't know,
Okay.
like, you know.
Fuck.
And he was like, "That I really think we should just go get him looked at." So I call his doctor. Remember, this is the shutdown. Everything is closed. You can't even go to the doctor office. You can't go do nothing. So I'm calling the doctor, letting them know what's going on, right? And they told me I had to take him, which is here, is called Rogers, to a mental institution. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to take him. They was like, you have to take him because we can't do nothing here. We cannot see him. So I take him to Rogers, right? We sitting down. I'm explaining to the Roger lady, like, hey, he's seeing things, this and that. So, and I tell him, like, he has ADHD and he has all these things that the teacher was saying that he was doing. I'm seeing at home, I'm telling him that. And so he goes in Rogers, mind you, they don't medicate them. When they first go into a mental institution, they do not medicate them. So I did give them the medicine that I was giving them, but they don't medicate him when he goes in there. So when I'm crying. Well, no, I was strong, but he was crying. He was like, Mommy, I don't want to go. I don't want to, like, he don't know these people. I don't know these people. And then I'm just like, I'm trying to be strong and do this. And he just crying, y'all. Like, and I'm like, I feel like I failed my baby. I was like, I'm not never putting my baby on no medicine, like ever again, because of this situation that I went through. Like y'all must don't know how hard it was for me to drop my baby off to a mental institution, and he's only 7 or
So why did you do it? I'm confused. The fuck? Wasn't that your choice?
6. I can't remember what age he was. He was like 7 or 6, and I dropping my baby off to a mental institution. Like, who does that? And so my dad was like, why would you do that? Everybody, why would you, everybody, all my black parents, all my black people, why would you drop
You got about like 12 more minutes, Antonia, if
him
that.
off over there? This and that. So, because I'm doing the best I can. I don't know what else to do for my baby. So I drop him off, and they called me not even a day. Like he was only there for 24 hours. I'm calling back to back. I need to talk to my baby. I need to talk to my baby because I don't know. Maybe they shooting him up. I don't know what's going on. And then so they called me, was like, what do you give RJ to sleep? Because he's not sleeping. And I'm like, she was like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. What do you give him to go to sleep? And I said, usually at home, if I'm medicating him, he takes guanfacine that helps him sleep. Because RJ had really bad anxiety. He'll stay up all night. He'll sleep for 4 hours and be up again all night until probably the next day again. But that's his anxiety. So Rogers, the mental institution, seen everything that I was saying. He has paperwork of what's wrong with him. They say he has dysregulation functioning
Hey, what now?
disorder. He has ADHD. He has induced psychotic disorder. It's hard to say because I have to tell every time he goes to a new school or he goes to a new grade, I have to bring this up. Like, RJ went through some shit. Like, my baby is holding this shit. Like, So they release them and tell me that it was the medicine that I decided to change was messing with him. It was too strong for him, and he's very sensitive on pills. So he cannot have Vyvanse ever again. So whatever, like Ritalin or whatever on the Vyvanse side, he cannot
Right,
go on the
Diamond.
Vyvanse side ever again because of this situation. So with and so after I got the papers and realized what was going on, I had to research every diagnosis he had. He like had 6 of them. And I had to research, and it's stemming off ADHD and anxiety and depression. He does have an unspecific depression disorder. He does have depression, period. So so when I got him home, they did put
Right,
him on
Mocha.
clonidine, but I hated it. It made him even worse. So I stopped giving him medicine, period. His doctor within the shutdown, she ended up doing a referral to Children's, the psychiatry people, because he cannot see a regular doctor ever for his mental illness ever again. He has to see a psychiatrist, a special psychiatrist at that. That's through Children's Behavioral Health. So that's where he goes. So they end up calling me because Rogers did provide a psychiatrist while we was on the waiting list for Children's, because they said they did a second opinion or whatever referral, but they really got him in fast because once everything opened up, he was already on the books. So once we got his
Yeah.
first appointment, I was telling everything that went on with my baby and stuff like that. And they was like, he was an older doctor. He'd been there for years. He told me, he said, can I tell y'all something? Because I was really like on the fence, like, I'm not having no medication for my baby. Like, I don't want no medication. I don't want this. And he told me, this doctor, he said, can you please try again one more time? Let me try to see if I can fix it. Let's try one more time. And he said, can you please give me that? He said, because of his mental, we want to make sure that we get his mental stable because he's not stable now. Can we try one more time? Don't give up on him. Try one more time. And I was like, okay, I tried one more time. And they put him on minofinidate. I might be saying it wrong, but my baby is on Journey. But at the time, they gave him minofinidate pills. And when I say it was a difference, it was so much of a difference. While my baby was going through his ADHD, me and his friendship and parentingship and childship, like our relationship together,
Lord Jesus.
it drifted apart because I was yelling at him more. I was always screaming at him. You know what I mean? Because when you have ADHD kids, you tend to yell at them more. They said ADHD kids are more what is accessible to abuse. So me and his relationship was strained. So when he got on the medicine, it was like I had a whole different baby. I had a whole different son. And I was telling the doctor, like, is this normal? Like, is this normal for me to have, like, he's totally different from when he takes his medicine, when he don't take his medicine. And they was like, yeah, it's it's part of the medicine. Like I guess it slows their brain all the way down so they can focus and really build relationships. And
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you'll get your first month free when you join today.
Shoot, basically, Sacrafina, what I got from it is, she was verbally abusing him. She said when she said that kids who have ADHD um are the ones who get abused more, and she said that she was always yelling at him, so she was verbally abusing him. That's what I got from it.
Understand what I'm saying and execute it without me constantly.
I know, Beatrice, it's past mine too. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure out what's the point that she's trying to get. Like, she's saying all of this to say what?
Hurtful to even talk about that, but
it's about the end.
When people comment this stuff talking about, oh, he doesn't seem delayed. I hate that word. What the fuck is delay? Like, come on now. My kids, none of my kids are fucking delay. My kids are smart. They're brilliant. No matter what the fuck they go through, they are smart and brilliant. I don't give a fuck. I'm smart and brilliant no matter what I go through. I blame a lot on ADHD for a lot of our relationships with our kids. Like, it's not our children, it's our mental. And I hate how people was like, oh no, he knows better. How he gonna know better? Like the teacher said, if he cannot listen to execute what you're talking about. And so it's like, I had to build that relationship with my son that I physically birthed. I had to get to know him all over again because I lost him with ADHD. I lost my baby. And then once he take his medicine, it's like I had to rebuild all the relationships that we lost within time because I'm constantly screaming at him, trying to get him out the damn door. Multiple times when he was not medicated. RJ couldn't even put on his fucking shoes. He got in the car. I got him in the car, put his shoes, and I gave him to the school with his shoes. And they already knew what I was going through because I was communicating with them. I was telling them what was going on. They already knew he was in Rogers. They already knew the situation he was going through. I was texting the teacher back and forth like he's in Rogers. They, because he had to miss school day because they was on the tablets. He was in Rogers for a whole week. And I had to tell her and text her and everything like that. So when it comes down to my kids' mental, I take that shit very fucking serious. I don't fucking play when it comes down to my kids. I would do anything in this world to make sure my kids can walk on this earth and still manage. Do you know what the fuck ADHD does to a family? It's doing to us. Do you know? No, if you don't walk our shoes, don't part your lips. Don't ever say my kid is delayed. Fuck you. I'm sorry, y'all, but not my people that support me, but these fucking haters. Fuck you.
Well, WineGlass, it's the stuff that you say about your own kids. You say that he lacks common sense. I mean, you say all types of stuff about your own children, so don't get mad when somebody, say that. I mean, because that's probably how the way that they feel. Like, how you treat your kids, you treat them like they're delayed or something. Like she using ADHD as an excuse for shit. Girl, I was watching this lady on YouTube that woman had no arms, and she had kids. She was out here living her best life at the airport. She ain't asked nobody for help with purchasing her 4-year-old daughter a snack on the top shelf. She got it with her toes. Like, come on, she was not making no excuses. She wanted to be treated like everybody else. So not you coming on here thinking that we're supposed to treat you differently just because you have ADHD, or excuse your mess just because you have ADHD. It's not about to happen, lady.
Because will never, never walk in my fucking shoes of what the fuck I went through with my children. Period. All my kids.
Hey, Anonymous
Period. You're not
question.
strong enough. I am. I'm strong enough to handle them. God gave them to me because he knew I can be strong enough. You motherfuckers are not strong enough for my kids. They will walk the fuck over you. RJ is so fucking smart.
We know.
He had a teacher that was really soft spoken, even Nayori. But RJ had a teacher that was really soft spoken, and she was very nice and laid back. But RJ ran circles around this girl, ran circles around her. You know why? Because RJ is a manipulator. But I knows this about my baby.
Right, you got games.
I know what my baby is. So when y'all see my baby talking about, oh, he doesn't have none of this, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And it just seemed like y'all got the haters got some mental problems to deal with, because this is crazy. So when people get on here and talk about RJ don't have, you don't know what the fuck he has. You never went through nothing. You don't know shit. Y'all
now she going off just because of that damn comment. I mean, the lady said in the comment that we don't, even though she doesn't see everything from what she sees, she said that she doesn't feel like he's delayed. God, and girl, you went into this whole rant because of that?
My kids on this camera for a little bit of time. I will never put my kids on camera when they don't have their medicine and just show them, oh, this is really true. This is how he is without his medicine. I won't do that. That's embarrassing. He tell me so many times when he don't take his medicine that he's in his body that he can't fucking control. Do you know how hurtful that is? I went through that. To even allow my baby to go back to that shit, I would never. So you won't see it, but you will hear me talking about it. My son is smart. He was behind in second grade. He was on the first grade reading all academics, everything, until we put him on medication. And I feel like medication saved me and him, saved all of us. Let's just put it like that. And I will always do what's best for my kids. If the medicine is too strong, we down in the dose. If he need another up dose, we up in the dose. Because mental is so important.
Up in the dose.
Period.
I'm done.
So that's my whole flaw about this, y'all. It just makes me sick to my stomach. A lot of times I don't read the comments like that, y'all. But in real life, we real people that deal with real shit. But since we have ADHD, we have to deal with a whole lot more shit. So when you see somebody go through something, you would never be able to walk. When you part your fucking lips and say something negative, you are not strong enough to walk in my fucking shoes, because you would have been backed and probably gave your kids away.
Wait, y'all that lady done pissed WineGlass off. Where is she at? Man.
All the shit I went through with my kids, and I do what's best for my fucking kids. I'm out of here, y'all, because I will get pissed because I love my...
That lady done pissed WineGlass off. Got her in the car shaking her head and oh man. I thought that she was leading up to saying something. I guess she was not. I mean, girl, that was a lot. Man, that was funny. That was a lot. What's up, Royal? Not Doofy from Scary Movie. Oh my gosh. Now she wear light up shoes. So will you be getting yet another check for him? Oop. Now, y'all, Wineglass mentioned in one of her videos, most recent videos, that Nayori and Esme have not been diagnosed with anything. But Wineglass did say that she thinks that that Esme may have ADHD. Y'all, Esme Lamonte. She did say she think. I don't know if she probably meant to say Nayori, but she said Esme may have ADHD. Now we're all on the same page when it comes to Nayori. Like something definitely is going on with the kid. But she said Esme Lamonte may have ADHD. Someone said you spend all your money on your kids, living in poor dirt. This is a shame. Gonzo, put that boy in a sport. Why are you putting him in a mental health facility? Are you cool? Stop telling your children's personal business online. If you had all these challenges with your firstborn, why go and have why have three more? Especially since those are also have issues. I don't get it. Like I'd be really baffled. Like, I don't know. I would be scared to continue to have children if, some children that are already popped up is something going on with each of them. I would be really scared. I would immediately go get my tubes tied or be on birth control for for forever or something until I'm able to get my tubes tied. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I would be scared to death. Because that's a lot to have to deal with. ADHD does not come with anxiety. Please stop spreading misinformation. You are off your rocker. You need a supportive living coach or a caregiver. Stop drinking and you feel better. You lie so much. It's so sad. You will look back and feel so shameful. Why I need to take this to special books by special kids channels. Esme may have the opposite of ADHD. All he does is follow her around crying all day. Not the 1-year-old got ADHD. I'm weak. Should have stopped having all those kids with Bulletproof Bay. Man. Let me see. What is she talking about? She cannot accept constructive criticism. RJ, now all you do is lie and he calls you out. Mm-hmm. He always be calling her out. You shameful telling your kids business. They will hate you later. You're explaining too much of others' personal business, but then getting mad when people talk about your family. I'm sure if you ask him, he would not want his business put out there, just like he told you he doesn't want to be on the camera, right? Why was the first thing you thought was ADHD? Because he was crying and hyper? I'd be confused. Like what? Like a typical kid is growing up and they holding him back. Woo, child, Lord have mercy, right? And who knows? He's being a kid and they think it. And we all know when kids are around their mothers all the time, and then when they finally start school, it's normal for kids to cry. You know, they're they think that they're probably going to be at this place forever and away from their mom who they've been up under for 3 years straight, and that's all they know. And then they go to this place thinking that they're going to be there forever. Of course, they're going to cry. That's normal. But Wineglass law, that's something else, and the medication could have really messed him up. What good is medication without structure? I would have anxiety too living with you. uh when you talk, you show your ignorance, lack of knowledge. Oh, not they had to explain ignorance to her. I am done. Man. Diamond, and what makes it worse is he's not a looker. Like, that kid is not a cute looking kid. I'm sorry, he looks peculiar looking. She set him up to be bullied. Who? Which one? I feel bad for her kids. She is not mentally stable. She thinks she's 30 and she's 31. Wow. Esme doesn't even talk yet. All he does is cry and stay and say "Bay." Nayori is definitely going to receive meds and help for something for sure. Something is wrong with him. RJ was not getting proper rest. hmm Collecting mentally ill children like an Infinity Stones is a flex. I am fucking done with you. This is exactly why she quit her job, because she gets checks for those kids. That's her supplemental income. And her and Bay collect a check too. They're hood rich in their minds. Man, she quit that job so she can educate us on ADHD every day. Man, it's every day. Like every day she says something. Every day she's making a video about it. Like, girl, we get it. Gosh. Wineglass looks like she's filled with rage 24/7. That will make anybody go crazy. Hello? Okay, there we go. My bad, y'all. It happened again. I was like, oh shit. RJ is sick of his parents' ish. He gonna mess around and whoop their tail when he gets older and worse for trying to drive him crazy. Man, she wants us to believe that RJ is some raging menace. I don't believe it either. It's hard to believe, like the quiet RJ that we know now, who sticks to himself, who always telling the truth about Wineglass every time she says something or is correcting her or refreshing her memory. We love those moments about him. It's hard to believe that, he was once that way. He went to what was it? Uh, a mental health facility and some shit like that. Like, that's hard to believe. Oh yeah, y'all, that's what I wanted to go and show y'all real quick. I'm glad I fucking remember it. Why do Wineglass have this fucking channel real quick? Let's go to it real quick. Hold on. Cause I put her name in a search thing and then this channel had popped up. Let me go ahead and bring it up before we end it real quick. It was a channel that she made 3 years ago. I guess it was like some type of money move that she was trying to do. Where I think it was like something with probably digital marketing that what's that girl's name? Sky be doing. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick. Cause I was like, huh? Like what the fuck? Why is this popping up on my shit? Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. They said, "Oh, this is when she was scamming with her boyfriend." Yes, Dime Blast. That's what it is, Bank. I'm like, what the fuck? This. I'm like, eh? I'm like, at first I thought it was probably like, a reactor or something, or somebody trying to be funny and have their picture. I mean, Wineglass picture, and then I clicked on. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, huh? Like, what was she trying to do? Said manifest massive amount of money. why niche is important for online businesses. So I guess you're trying to do what, an online business? So let me see.
Hey, congratulations on making the first step to becoming something different, a different future for you. I want to get on here and tell you that I am real.
I'm gonna be honest. Wine glasses look nice right here. She look all right.
And congratulations to you on making this first step to
Good
become
night,
something
Diamond.
more than what you are. I am a mom and I have 3 kids. So I know I cannot work a 9 to 5 job. I have to stay at home with my kids. I am a stay at home mom. I just want to get on here and tell you on the next video that you will see, it will be a 15-minute video of Dave, how he explains strategies, how he makes not one, but several tiers of
Hey,
income.
Renee.
I suffered in silence when I worked a 9 to 5 job because I had to do it to support my kids. But I was forced with my kids to go into daycares that I did not like or trust. I had to become stressful over a job that's not paying much. I'm telling you, please take this journey into becoming a successful, making positive, more than one income in your life. And I'm telling you that Dave will explain his strategies of
I cannot. What is she trying to sell? Like, baby, what's going on? What is? I don't get it. Like, what are you trying to sell again, ma'am? Like, what's going on? Like, girl, before she even gets out what she's trying to like make a point, I don't know. People would have been zoned out. Like, and she's still talking. What is going on?
this 15 business challenge. Please watch his video. It's going to change your life. It also changed my life. And now I can be a stay at home mom making the income that I want.
What the hell?
Hey everybody, my name is DeAndrea, and today I want to get
Oh,
on here and explain why it is so important to have a niche with online business. Hey everybody, my name is DeAndrea.
now I'm sorry, but this right here was not a good look. She should have kept it toned down like the look before we saw. I don't know what the hell this is, baby.
Andrea, and today I want to get on here and explain.
Okay, DeAndrea.
Hey everybody. So with affiliate program, I swear it's a lot that I still have to learn and I'm still learning today, but I am determined to make this my full-time income. Hey everybody. So with
Okay, girl, listen. It's too much. Hey, April. Yeah, that's her name, DeAndrea. That's Diamond's name. So Diamond is an alias. It may be her middle name or something. I don't know because what's going on with this? Let me see. Okay, it may be her middle name because her niece and nephew be calling her TT Diamond. Cause y'all remember her kids call her TT Diamond? They didn't say TT DeAndrea. They said TT Diamond. So I guess that's just a name that she prefers to be called. I guess she doesn't like DeAndrea. I don't know. Diamond is her stripper name. That's where she met met by. I'm done. Nikki Pooh, not 7 cents. Nika said she's gonna buy a shirt from WineGlass, but Leah can't get one. Her middle name's Nicole. Hmm. Sacrifina said she was a stripper. Okay. I don't see WineGlass as a stripper. WineGlass too stiff. She way too stiff. We saw her dancing, baby. Bitch, she would have been there for fucking 5 minutes before they kicked her ass out. They like, ho, you gotta go. The fuck? What are you up there doing? We get no love in here. Mm. Now she was on the stage. I would pay her to get off because that gut stick out more than them titties do. Baby, she all discombobulated. Like, I can't. Just imagine her getting up there on a pole, and I don't even think she could walk in heels. So Diamond, DeAndrea, Nicole, it's too much. Like I had a conversation with Deja, Robert's baby mama. What she tell you? Where can we find Deja at? She got an Instagram? Now that would be something if somebody was able to get Deja on their on their channel. Ooh, Diamond, that would heat Diamond's ass up. I just want to know if he's paying child support. If he's actually, the money is actually getting paid. When was the last time he saw the children? That's what I want to know. She has a Facebook. Well, she says she lives with the good white folks, so she may have worked at their club. Hell no. Them white people don't want her. Them white people want to see white hoes with big boobs. They really don't care about the butts because, some white girls don't have that, but, they like to see the white girls with big boobs. They don't want to see her ass crawl up in there. Or eye body shaped and shit. No boobs. Don't even have a butt to look at. Stiff as a board. Like, come on. They gonna be throwing tomatoes at her ass. Get your ass off the stage, bitch. I can't. No, he's not paying anything. He also has an open case for Malaysia. Go to the shorts when she's dancing, like not like a scarecrow. I am done. Let me see. Looking crazy. This girl she be thinking that she be getting it. Huh? Oh, this is. Let me see. This is funny. Let me see if my thing. Okay, yep, it did. And this is how she dancing on the stage. Looking stupid. I can't. Where's that other one at, real quick? That might be all the way down here. Because she was definitely feeling herself. I love my man because he do me nasty. What the hell? Is she pregnant in this or what? Belly all hanging out? Where's that other one? Is this? Oh, here we go. Don't be knowing what to do. Look, what is that? I can't. It's just embarrassing at this point, baby. I cannot. I spent a lot of money with you, Diamond. It's a mess. Yeah, she was straight up doing a robot. Looking crazy. Now come on, babe, to the stage. We got a 12-pack waiting. Oh, what time is it? Okay, about to be 1. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me for the 3rd round for the lives today. We did 2 on Miss Mika Bube Ma, 1 on WineGlass, stiff neck, stiff body, Diamond, DeAndrea, whatever. Yeah. Big ups to my mods in the chat. Big ups to my teacup members. Big ups to everybody chatting it up. I appreciate every single last one of you guys. Until next time, you guys. Peace.